Hey guys, Evander here, back with another video, and we are back with the Model Y Juniper. And today I'm going to be installing this carbon fiber texture. This comes in matte or glossy. This one is the matte. And this is a spoiler. It's going to sit right here on the existing area of the Model Y. And I think it just adds a nice sporty kind of performance look to it, while also giving that nice carbon fiber accent. So the owner is getting more into this carbon fiber look, asked me to install this for him, so I'm going to do that. If you're interested, link in the description below. This is from Hansshow. Thanks, guys, for sending this over for review. And if you use RedKnave20, you're going to get 20% off this and anything else from Handshow's website. Should be a 15-minute or less install. We're just going to use this adhesive tape. The hardest part will be aligning everything and make sure that it is all perfectly centered. So let me show you what's in the box, and then we'll get started on the install. Before we start applying any sort of adhesive, this needs to be completely clean and free of debris and dust, because we want this to stick on absolutely perfectly. So using a microfiber towel, I've got a dab of some 70% isopropyl alcohol and a bit of water. Could use maybe some Windex if you are short of isopropyl. But again, just want to get this perfectly clean, no grease, no grime, no dust. Moving on. Next step, make sure you've oriented this correct, because this is upside down and this is right side up. It's pretty obvious when you try and put it on, it'll either fit or it won't. So it can kind of stick there on its own, but we need to center this. There's not really an easy way to tell where the center is. You can kind of just shift this thing back and forth, and you'll notice it's either lining up and touching. We're just trying to make this look as even as possible, because in our next step here, I think that looks fairly centered. I have got a little measuring tape, not an actual measuring tape, but I got a paper one, and I'm going to just start measuring and making sure that the sides, I'll show you on this one, measure from these sides here to a reference point to match on each side. I'm going to use this little corner. So if I measure from this corner to the corner of the spoiler, 14.5 centimeters. Compare that to the other side, just about 14 centimeters. So we are off a bit. I need to scooch this a little bit more that way. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth, measuring back and forth. Once I have decided perfect, I have them equally measured on both sides. Then I can take my tape, and we're going to gently start taping the spoiler into place so we have a reference point. All right, I just got done measuring, and 14 centimeters from this corner to the corner of the spoiler was perfect. So I'm just going to arbitrarily choose this point here and tape that to his car. And we're just trying to make sure this isn't going to move, because I'm going to put on some other stickers in just a moment. But I want this to be somewhat as flat as possible. Alrighty, I just measured once more, and it was still 14 centimeters. So now I'm going to take this sticker, it says up and down, and I'm going to kind of align this with where this is landing. So when I take it off, I will know exactly where these little nubs are supposed to be. And then this will be peeled off at the last step. Perfect. Okay, and then do the same thing to the other side. Alrighty, I have put the positioning stickers on each side, and I've also added some tape above and below where the spoiler was when it was, tight, lightly fitted. I actually don't recall seeing any adhesion promoter provided, but the instructions mention it, and I happen to have an extra one in the truck. So I'm going to use this adhesion promoter. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to get some of your own, but again, I'm not sure why my kit didn't come with one unless I dropped it. So I'm gonna get this adhesion promoter and go on the inside of my tape lines there and just give it a quick rub. This is going to help it stick and adhere to this slick surface of the car. And I'm using this little paper because this is some nasty stuff. Smells awful, probably causes cancer, and I don't want it on my skin. So I'm gonna go wash my hands and then we'll be right back. All right, next step, I have peeled off just the sides of the adhesive tape, and we're gonna let this flop down because we can pull this out later. But just in case I need to do any readjusting, I'm only doing the sides. So I'm gonna use my little anchor point reference sticker there, and we're gonna just kind of slowly press it into place, being very mindful of my tape job I did earlier because that's telling me where this needs to stick. And that looks really good on both sides. I'm gonna do one more measurement because this is my last chance. Now that I've confirmed this is in the right spot, I'm going to peel this out. Same for the other side. Whoop. There we go. I had a little bit of movement there for a second, but now we can really start to push and apply pressure as evenly as possible. Give it a nice bear hug. And that adhesion is going to take. And yeah, do this in the nice hot sun if you can. The adhesive loves that. And we're going to then tape this up. And I've told him, don't drive very fast. Don't go through a car wash. Don't get it wet for at least a couple days. We want this to cure and be a nice, strong bond to the surface. So I'm going to keep pushing on this for the next 5 minutes and just making sure I've got lots of pressure applied on the top, on the bottom, pushing, making sure that adhesive makes some really nice contact with the truck, or with the truck, with the Model Y. All right, see you in a bit. All right, here is the finished look. It adds a nice, again, sporty look to it. I'm really loving the matte finish he chose here, but I feel like the glossy would also have worked. I am not sure. I don't know if this is I don't think it's the authentic. I think this might be ABS. I believe they have actual carbon fiber as well. I don't know. I'm used to the glossy carbon fiber, and you can kind of tell it's a little more difficult with these matte finishes. But there you go. Alrighty, guys, all finished. I think anybody can do this install. You don't need any expertise. If you got a microfiber towel and a pair of hands, you can get this installed on your Model Y Juniper as well. And I think it adds a nice, very sporty, performance-y looking effect to the Juniper. It already has a great flow and design. I think this adds a little something, a little personality to it, and I like that. So if you're interested, again, link in the description below. RedKnave20 is going to help support the channel and saves you guys 20% off your entire cart from Hansshow. Anything on their website, not just Juniper or Cybertruck. Anything you want, 20% off. RedKnave20 is for you. So that is it. I will see you very soon for more Model Y and more Cybertruck content shortly. See you soon.